My name is Kay Spencer. In this video, I'm going to talk about 5 reasons as to why you would not be a good fit for CNA. Stay tuned. On my last video, I did the 5 reasons as to why you would be a good fit as a CNA. This is the 5 reasons as to why you would not be a good fit to be a CNA. And the first reason is you don't like to work or initiate tests alone. So people kind of look at CNAs and they think, oh, the CNAs bossed around and they're always told what to do, and they don't have no freedom or nothing, or they don't be knowing what they're doing half of the time. CNAs are like backbones. Do you hear me? Like, without CNAs, the nurses would probably quit and never work again. And the reason why I say that is because if the nurses were to do medication administration, paperwork, and do the CNA job too, it would be too much for one person. So it has to be split. It would be way too much for one person, and they just couldn't pay that person enough for them to continue to do that for so long, because it would just be too much on the mind and too much on the physical body. So CNAs are very vital, and they are very they're very in tune with their job. Okay, some people make careers out of being a CNA because now CNAs can travel. CNAs can if they don't want to go to one job, just like the nurses are hopping from one hospital to the next, CNAs can do the same thing, or hopping from one nursing home to the next. They can do the same thing because there's a shortage, and they need so many people to fulfill that profession. So CNAs can really make some stuff shake. They can really do some things in the care facilities. Okay, so if you're one of those people that you're not good with initiating your own tasks, like actually being an independent individual when you work, CNA might not be good for you, because when you're a CNA, even though you're delegated by the nurse, you still have to do some things off of your own initiative. You have to know when is the best time to change someone. Like if I had 5 people poop on their stuff at one time, who do I need to go to first? How long is it going to take me to change this person? How long will it take me to bathe this person? And if I've got a whole team of people to bathe, who should I bathe first? It's things like that. Critical thinking skills still apply to CNAs. It is not just the nurse, okay? You have to be able to know when something's not right, when to tell the nurse about things. Like if a person's wound patch is, full of feces, as a CNA, you can't change that patch because it's not in your scope of practice. But you need to notify the nurse and let them know, hey, this person has feces all in their wound dressing, and I'm pretty sure you want it to be changed. And the best time to change it is while the CNA is changing the patient. So it's just little things like that. You have to be able to think individually. You have to be able to be a critical thinker, and that involves initiating tasks on your own. And there's other things too that could go under that umbrella as an example, but those are just a few. The second thing is, if you're already in nursing school. So I said in my last video, for those who are in nursing school, to come to this video and watch it, because I had a little gem for them. Well, this is the gem. If you're already in nursing school, being a CNA might not be a good fit for you. And the reason why I say that is because CNA work is CNA work. It is the foundation work where it basically teaches you how to care for the person on a basic level. That's making sure that they're eating, that they're cleaned up, that they're having assistance with ambulation and all of that. And that's pretty much where you're going to be rounded around, is those specific aspects of the nursing profession. But when you are in nursing school, you are a step in front of CNA work. And that doesn't make CNA work lesser than, it doesn't make it unimportant. Like I already told you, A lot of these facilities, the CNAs are the backbone. When you're in nursing school, you're learning things beyond just the basics of nursing. You're starting to get into, you know, the nitty and gritty of the nursing practice, and you're going to be under a whole different law and regulation. So you need to be around what you are becoming. So if you're becoming an RN or if you're becoming an LPN, you need to be around LPN RNs, because those are the ones that are going to be preparing you to be in that position. So a lot of facilities have what you call externs or student nurses. And these positions are putting you in place to shadow nurses. I don't know if they do LPN shadows or not, but they definitely do RN shadows. So they're putting you in place to shadow the nurse and see what the nurse does in their regular position, okay, as an RN or LPN, whichever one it is. And they are showing you what it is that they do under their scope of practice. Now, that being said, you might not necessarily be able to do what they're doing because you're still a student and you're still learning. And students have their own regulation and laws that they're under. So you might not be able to do those things, but you're able to see it. And when you're in a PCA or a CNA position, you don't have time to see what the nurse is doing because you're under something totally different. You know, CNAs are under a whole different regulation, and you are not there to shadow the nurse. They're not paying you to shadow a nurse. They are paying you, you know, to take care of this patient and make sure they're clean. And some of these student nursing positions, they do pay you, and some of them don't. But you know, that just depends on the area where you live at and what hospital you are applying for or what nursing home or whatever. So you just kind of got to play that by whatever's available. But look around in your area and see if they have extern or student nurse positions, because that's what's going to be the best for you. If you're already in nursing school and you've never been in PCA before, never been a CNA before, but you want to go on ahead and get into the nursing setting, that's the best thing for you. And if you're still interested and you don't really understand exactly, just look it up and search. And also ask around to different hospitals and just ask them, you know, what does it entail? Because usually they'll have like a list, a job list description that tells you like what that position entails and what they expect you to do and not to do. But that's my gym. That's my gym for my nursing babies. That's my gym. If you don't like cleaning, okay, or seeing body parts, look, at that point, you done graduated high school, you're grown, you done got your diploma, your GED, however you did it, but it's time to grow up. You're going to see some body parts, and you can't be so scared or so icky of it that you don't want to thoroughly clean these people. You are cleaning people's mamas, people's daddies, grandpa, grandma, okay? Maybe even their son or daughter. You never know. So you want to make sure that you clean these people thoroughly, because they can't clean themselves and bacteria grows. So if it don't get cleaned, it's gonna grow. It's gonna stay there and it's gonna grow. And eventually they can have skin breakdown and it can get them sick. So, or sicker, because they're really already there, probably sick. So it's gonna get them sicker. And you don't want that. So the best thing that you can do is, if it's not for you, if you ain't at that stage yet, you don't think you old enough, you don't think you grown enough to deal with seeing body parts, then this might not be for you. It is gonna be a little bit uncomfortable. Let me put that out there. Yes, it will. When you're first starting off. But if you're still and you're still mature, but you're just a little uncomfortable, you just need to get some practice in doing it, that's fine, okay? Like that's no issue. But I'm talking about people who are like, they just don't know how to handle their emotions while they in there changing people. Like, you know, it might not be for you. Fourth thing, not good with work/relationship boundaries. If you don't know how to like tell people, I'm in my professional, like this is my profession, we're not hooking up, like we're not hooking up. If you don't know how to tell people that, then this is probably not the profession for you. Okay, it's probably not it for you. Really, any job would be against this, but this definitely ain't the one for you. You know, it's good to be friendly to your patients, but you ain't trying to be that friendly where y'all, you know, exchanging numbers. Might not be the profession for you. Might not be the profession for you, because a lot of stuff can span from that, and it's just an icky situation. It's icky, okay? It's icky. It could still be the profession for you later on in life if you just need to grow a little bit, get your maturity level up. But as of right now, honey, you might want to try something else. You might want to go work in food service or something for a little while. I'm just saying. Last thing, but definitely not the least, is soft skill issues. If you have soft skill issues, not a people person, this is one of the reasons as to why you might not be a good fit to be a CNA. You got soft skill issues. You don't really like talking to people for real. You're very shy. For me, my issue is that I talk too soft. I talk too soft. Nobody can understand me. Can nobody hear me? When I get excited or I'm trying to hurry up and do something, I talk really fast and it sounds like I'm talking a different language. People can't hear me. They don't understand me. So that's something I've had to work on. But I will say that I still have to work on it, because sometimes I still talk low and people don't understand me. But that was like one of my biggest issues when I first started in the healthcare setting. So if you have terrible soft skills, especially when it's like communication wise with people, might not be a match for you. CNA might not be it. It might not be it. And those are my 5 reasons as to why you would not be a good fit to be a CNA. I'm gonna go back over them. Don't like to work or initiate tasks alone. You're already in nursing school. You're not comfortable with seeing or cleaning body parts. Not good with work/relationship boundaries. And you have soft skill issues. Those are the 5. And don't forget to subscribe, comment below, like the video, and I'll see you on my next video.